Hello and welcome to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Tandazo and I am the Mentorship Corner host. Wow, if that feels so strange. So if you are seeing us for the first time, we are your go-to YouTube channel for all things planning and living a purposeful and intentional life. I've been away for so long. I kept saying I'm gonna come back to YouTube. I don't mind the plane. I'm in the car park, M7. The reason I'm doing these in the car now is because there's just not enough time to be able to get time at home to film, edit, and basically when I need to film, I need to set up a space for filming. I don't have like a designated filming area, unlike when I was still in the South Coast. So it's rather tricky, and because it's tricky, it requires a lot more time and a lot more planning, which at this point I don't have. So I've decided that for the next couple of months this year and maybe next year, I'm just gonna be shooting my videos in my car, in the car park M7. That way I know that the content is getting done and also I'm able to stay consistent without the stress overload of trying to figure everything out. So if you are new on this channel, I am an optometrist by profession. I recently opened a practice in Brea Center. It's called Optometry. I also run this channel where we do an annual event, which is called the Ladies Corner Conference, where we gather around as a bunch of females and we basically share stories and we discuss topics that affect us as females in order for us to grow, be inspired, and to get empowered. Here on the Mentorship Corner, we talk about all things planning, and sometimes I can throw in a vlog there, here and there, they say. So basically, let's start with where I've been. I've been away for so long. I've been very inconsistent for the past year and a half. And let's discuss where I've been. Firstly, I started a business last year. Optometry was opened in January 2024, and I promise you, my life took a turn. Like, everything just changed from my the time I had that I used to have for YouTube and even other things, and even for myself. I had very limited time. You know, when they say you leave a 9 to 5 and you go and you work 24 hours when you start a business, that is so true. Like, that is so true, because you leave like 9 to 5 where you know, would see at 5 I'm leaving all my work, M7, and after that I can do whatever I want. I'm not required to work. When you're running a business, you work after 5, you work after 12, you work at 4 in the morning, you work at 5 in the morning. It all basically revolves around the business and the business needing you to be there for it. So I have been working on the ground, being an optometrist, and also just like training staff, because unfortunately, even though I would have loved to try it, it's very hard to run an optometry practice without his staff. So I had to at least I knew my work, but I had to train someone last year who was a new staff member, how the business works, how I need them to work, and that all took a lot of time, not to mention the marketing part. The thing about being a small business owner is that you wear so many hats. So I have worn so many hats ever since I started the business. I still do even now. I am the founder, I'm the CEO, I am the marketing manager, I'm the finance manager. Now I have someone who fills that role, which is great. I finally got an accountant who does the financial part of the business, which helps me a lot. It just pulled out like one load off my shoulder. I'm an HR manager. I am, the practice manager. I am the stockist for the shop. I make sure the orders are sorted out. I make sure we have everything that the shop needs. So I was wearing a lot of hats. This year it's a little bit better. So we've had to hire someone new. because Unsigi had to go. Our previous lady, she had to go and start working lab at the work that she had studied for. So we had to hire someone new. So I had to be a recruiter, I had to be the HR, and I had to do the interviews. And we are currently still in the process of completing her training. She has worked for a couple of months now, but the more she works, the more I realize actually she needs training on this and this and this and this as well. So that's where I've been in my life. My life kind of took a pause, and I was just mainly focusing on business for the past 18 months. And has it been worth it? Yes. Has it been fulfilling? Yes. Has it been hard? Absolutely yes. Starting a business and running a business has been one of the hardest decisions that I've ever made in my entire existence. It has pushed me and stretched me in ways that I didn't even think I was expandable. But above all else, it's been one of the most fulfilling jobs I've ever had in my entire life. So I love it. And I'm going to continue working on growing my business. The reason I'm back on YouTube now is because last year the business was like newborn. It was in its infancy stage. It still is, but we are gradually growing now. So now it's an infant that can crawl, which is better. And I'm pushing so hard to ensure that in the next year or two, it's a baby that can actually start walking, you know, so that the business can grow and become scalable, and then I can have more time with you guys. So I've answered question 1, which is we have been. The second one is what I have learned. I've learned so much in business, but the top 3 things that I've learned is I've learned to be a better leader for myself personally, as well as the people that I hire. Last year, if you told me to hire someone, I would have just taken them in, or basically I think I would have still gone through the interview process and stuff, but the way that I've structured it now, it's a lot better. It's got more structure. They know better and understand better what is expected from them, because the lady that I hired has an operations manual, which has like a positions contract thingy, which has all the list of things and tasks and duties that she is expected to do on a daily basis. So she's got the daily basis ones, and then I've structured it such that she has things that she needs to do on a Wednesday and a Friday, and things that are only done over the weekend, and then things that are only done at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. Before, I didn't have all of that, so it has taught me to definitely be a better leader, and basically to be able to share the goal for the business and the brand story so that it resonates with the person, and she also understands how she contributes to the business, and so it's definitely taught me to lead better other people and also myself. Like I've grown to become a little bit of a better leader for myself. The second thing I've learned is to plan better and deeper. Hey guys, running a business it can throw you into deep waters, and you're just expected to just like float and swim. It is hard. So I've learned to really, like, thank God that I'm a planner naturally, but I have had to learn to really be very intentional about the way I plan my life personally, the way I plan things around the business. I have learned now that the way I plan in summer in preparation for winter is different from the way I plan for winter in preparation for summer seasons, because the business operates a little bit differently, and it's a lot. But I have learned to really go like a lot deeper in my planning, and I've really improved from the past year. The last thing that I learned, which I think is the most important, is to have grace with yourself. So I know as small business owners, we put so much pressure on ourselves to try and achieve so many things, but we forget ukuthi when you fail, it doesn't necessarily mean you're not good at what you do. It just means that you have made a mistake, which is normal. Everyone makes mistakes, and I've learned to give myself that grace to say, okay, fine, you have tried, it didn't work. Now, what lesson did you learn from the failure, and how can we improve next time? So those are the 3 lessons, the top 3 lessons that I've learned so far in my business. I've learned to lead better for myself and my staff. I've learned to plan a little bit deeper and have plans that are a little bit more detailed. And then the last one is I've planned to give myself grace and be a lot kinder. So the exciting part is what is next for my channel. So after a couple of months of planning and just like sitting down with myself to try and figure out what's going to be the direction of the channel going forward. I settled on 3 topics. The first one is going to be your planning videos and productivity videos. The second one is going to be optometry BTS. I feel like as optometry practices, building and growing your practice, it's not represented enough, so I want to try and represent that, so that if there's someone out there who wants to grow an optometry practice or even a medical practice, they have sort of like a blueprint, so that you have an idea of what needs to be done in order for you to be able to do that, right? So that means that if you do have questions on how I went about establishing everything for the first year of my business, I'm going to be sharing some of the tips. But if you feel like I'm missing something and you would like for me to tackle and explain further on that, you are more than welcome to drop that on the comment section down below. The third thing we're going to be touching on is for women empowerment. So now we are rebranding Gangane. Not to say this channel won't work for males, but I'm going to be mainly focusing on women. So I'm going to be focusing on planning and organizing our lives specifically for females. So the things I'm going to be sharing are things that would relate mainly to a female. It's not to say if you're a guy it won't relate to you, it may, but I'm focusing on women for the channel going forward. The second thing is obviously business optometry behind the scenes. So for that, it's basically I'll take you guys through a day in the life of running an optometry practice, and then some days I'll be doing business tips and lessons I've learned in business, stuff like that type of content. And then the last one is basically empowerment for women. So the same thing, like that empowerment may work for both male and females, but we are targeting females for this channel. So those are the 3 pillars. So you're going to be getting a weekly video still on Thursdays, where we're going to be sharing all of these tips and all of these like amazing videos that we have lined up for you guys. We are currently sitting on our first 6 months plan, so we've got a plan for this rest of the year, and I'm super excited. However, if you feel like there is a video you would like for me to tackle, please leave a comment on the comment section down below, and I'm more than happy to just readjust my plan to accommodate you guys, because I know I've been away for so long and we have a lot of catching up to do. So look forward to weekly videos on planning, business behind the scenes, and empowerment, to keep you inspired, aligned, and to keep you planned and ready to take on any opportunity that is thrown your way. If you have also been away from saying it's optometry, if you've also been away from the Mentorship Corner for like the past couple of months of the year, drop me, even if you haven't, honestly, I just want to know what you guys have been up to in essence. So drop me a comment on the comment section down below and tell me what you've been up to. If you started a business this year, let me know. If you are running a business already and maybe you learned a thing or two during your business journey this year, let us know. If you started a new career or if you're still studying, let me know in the comment section down below, and I am more than happy to engage with you guys and to continue building this community. Before I love and leave you, a very important thing is that our Ladies Corner conference is back, and we're having it in September this year. So ticket sales are up. I'm gonna leave details on the comments on the description box where you're gonna be able to purchase your ticket. Basically, you are going to make payment and then send us the proof of payment on WhatsApp. The number is gonna be actually DM us the number, the proof of payment. Please make sure that on the proof of payment you put in your name and surname, as to make sure that when we are sorting out our things for registration for the day, we have all of your details. To anyone who would like to sponsor the Ladies Corner conference, you are more than welcome to, or if you know a brand that would like to sponsor us, please let me know in the comment section down below. With that said, I love you guys absolutely a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe to the mentorship. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Mentorship Corner for all things planning, business, and women empowerment. Love you lots.